Hey, welcome back to the Google Data Analytics certification program on the Caribou Data Science channel. This is the second video in a series that has to do with for those who actually have to use Excel. Last night I showed you how to use our program to produce some summary read data, produce some summary statistics, and then write it out to it, and then use it to create an Excel file. Tonight we're going to do a second Excel file, but the problem still remains the same. There's too much data in the bike share database, in the bike share tables to import into R or into into Excel. So basically, what we're going to do tonight, what we did yesterday. Okay, we're going to do tonight what we did yesterday with R. We're going to create some summary statistics, some summary tables by day and by hour. Okay, so let's go and take a look at this here. Since this is up here, let's start with something pretty simple. Uh, we're going to do, we don't really need this here, but that's just so we can see exactly what it is, okay? So what you can see here is we're going to create a table that's going to have a count of the number of rows for each hour. Now, I want you to notice something here. We got this whole thing here, 1,793 rows without a, well, this isn't important now because we're not using station name, but note here that you are missing 1,793 station names. So keep that in mind for future reference, okay? So what we're going to do here, we're going to produce a count of the number of rows, or number of rides. Each row is one ride. And we're going to do a count of the number of rows for each hour of the day for the entire data set, okay? Now we could, of course, we could do something like this, of course, couldn't we? Right? So this looks. Except we don't actually have a date there, do we? Let's just start with something simple, okay? I mean, we could do something like this. No, let's just do one number for each hour for the entire data set, okay? The string time is just a way to format uh, date fields in a certain way. In this case, the uh, the percent H means return only the hours of the time, of the hours and minutes, seconds time, okay? Turn it as out, then we're going to count it as count from this table. Now, of course, the thing is, as we already know, let's just take a look over here at something. Let's take a look at clean. You know what, let's do here. Let's do this with the clean data set. Well, we'll start here, just for the sake of convenience, okay? But just bear in mind that there's a lot of bad data, maybe tens of thousands of rows you probably want to get rid of, okay? Yeah, we're not doing anything with duration here. Duration was last night. Let's start with the most basic data set of all. Uh, let's do this where start station name. We know, so this eliminates some of the rows. Let's see how this works now. Okay, now this is interesting. Why do we have duplicate numbers there? Order by, oh, okay. So we're going to group by hour, okay? And this is this is probably your first level of detail. This is one of the biggest, one of the big details you can have. All right, save this. So now you can take this, copy headers, paste that over here. Okay, this is hour count. Let's do this count. Let's get rid of zeros. Now let's do a quick plot here. Okay, so here is your plot, okay, of total rides by the hour of the day. Start with 0 all the way up here to 24. So there with this one simple line of code, well, anyway, if you only have 24 rows, okay? So there with this one simple with this one simple uh, ride, okay, you now produced one plot. Let's expand this one more time. We could do start station name. Okay, so we've got one simple plot there. What about a count? What about a count of count of a count of rides by day? Started at. Okay, let's see how this works. Okay, so this turns 363 rows. Okay, so let's just do a count by date now. Once again, okay, new sheet. So now let's do a count. Let's do a plot of What happens if you do this? Okay, so now we got a plot of rides by day. Now this isn't particularly good. Let's see if we can maybe do a moving average. Okay, moving average, results to here. Let's just try 7-day average. Well, let's get rid of this. Well, actually, that's not all that bad, is it? Okay, so there we go. That's a 7-day moving average plotted on top. Okay, see what I did? I used the statistics function and a moving average to help us see underneath the see past. What is this here? This is the count. All right, so this is the count of the number of rides per day. Now it's a 7-day average. We can see more of the underlying trend. Okay. Now, obviously you would want to do more with this. Um, let's just see something here. Let's see, per hour. Okay. Now, of course, we really don't need this one at this point. All right. So, okay. What else can we do here? Um, let's see what we can do here now. Well, do we want to know the number of minutes per day? So this is start time, your month day count. We're not going to be doing count now. Now this is a little tricky here. Okay, this is a little tricky. You have to use Let's see. Okay. Now, let's take a look at some summary stats here. Nothing tricky. Select date as year, month, date. Sum, average, max, min, and account by date. Let's do this. So we got some information over here. And we could, of course, take this again, put it over here, right? Okay. And we can do something here also, okay? What about over here now? Can we come over here? Let's just do started at. Let's do start station name. Started at. Station name and year, month, day. Let's see how many rows this gives us now. I'll also include the code to this I'm using right here into the description. Let's get rid of let's get rid of date. Let's just do a plot, for instance, of the top 10 stations. Start station name. Let's do order. So this is to give us a count of the total number of rides by station. Okay? Now this, of course, is for 12 months. You could, of course, divide this by 12 and get the average per month. But that's okay. Why not? T1. and this is descending. Well, what happened if we said limit 10? And here's the top 10. Let's just do a quick plot here of the top 10 stations. So here's a plot of the top 10 stations. Let's do something different. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of this limit here. So how many rows are we going to have here? Let's come over here and do this. Okay, let's do this. Filter. Let's do this. Okay. So here is the plot sorted by a number of them. Let's come back over here and let's do a count divided by 12. We're going to calculate the average number of rides per month. Now, what I want you to notice here is this. This is uh, very basic SQL. This is stuff that you should have learned in the SQL section of your thing, okay? So let's come back over here. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of this. Put this back in here. All right. Let's put some. Okay, so let's first of all, let's do a count. Total count of, well, first of all, let's come up here. filter. Let's create a total count for uh, okay. Okay. So this is a total ride count for the previous 12 months. Now we're going to do one for the average month. So this would be the average number of rides per month for all these stations up here. But let's do this now. Okay. So we got this up here now, right? Suppose we come up here and we do a top 10. Now we got the top 10 rides. We got the top 10 in terms of ride count. We got the top 10 stations, both in total ride count and also in average rides per month. Okay? So that gives you a brief introduction into how to use SQL and and um, an Excel or a spreadsheet together. As you can see, you would use I'll include a link to this in the list below. Also, you use SQLite and DB browser to uh, to do some data wrangling to eliminate the rows that are missing the station name. Then we do some summary statistics. We do a count by hours, a count by day. I'll show what this one was. That's summary stats. Okay. We come back over here. Not sure what this one here is going to do for us actually. Oh, wait a second. This is okay. Three very simple plots: rides by hour, rides by day with the 7-day moving average on top, some summary statistics, and rides by station, both total counts and average rides per month. Okay. Since I'll briefly explain how do we get the data into this database here. Very simple. Click on File, click on Import, click on SQL, CSV, and just highlight all the files you want to import. Click Open, and what it does, it'll create a table called T1 in my case. Whatever your first file's is named, that is what the table is going to be called. But it'll take all these tables, all these files, to merge them into this T1 table, okay? And that's really all you need to know at this point. It's just a question of coming back in, maybe doing something with by date, stations by date. Uh, Obviously, duration. Okay, duration is another issue. It's actually explained in another video. But anyway, thanks so much for your time. Hopefully this is encouraging to you and let you know you're not as far off as you're not as far away as you think you are. You're much closer to understanding SQL than you even realize at this point. Thanks so much for your time. We'll catch you another day with another report.